Welcome Scorpio to your love and passion reading for June 2019. Okay, so to take you through the month, I've drawn an overall animal medicine card for the month, and for you it's Black Panther. And then to take us through approximately weekly intervals, we have the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords clarified by the Five of Swords, the Devil clarified by the King of Pentacles, and the Magician. Okay, so let's start with Black Panther. Black Panther is a beautiful card, and as you can see from the imagery, there's, obviously it's the Black Panther. There's a lot of darkness on the Black Panther, and darkness represents seeking, finding out answers, finding the hidden light of truth, and accepting healings. So the Black Panther is teaching us to delve into the hidden depths of ourselves, who we are, in order to find what we need to teach ourselves in order to heal. Black Panther is all about embracing the unknown, and so, I think she is telling you that you don't need to worry about the future, and I think this month's spread is just telling us a little bit that you're having a few moments this month, Scorpio. But you remember, May, you had the most incredible, beautiful energy where you were in the flow, everything was going magnificently. You were just, giving yourself to the flow of the divine. And I think this month, perhaps, I don't know if something's triggered you, but I think you are just perhaps reining that in a little bit. Okay, but don't worry. So the first week of June we have the Nine of Wands. It's nearly a 10. You're nearly at the end of a cycle in your life where, this is all about going through a cycle of something to do with your love and your passion and passionate world. The Wands is all about drive and virility and passion and fire. And so you're nearly there, which sort of corresponds, doesn't it, with what was happening last month, where you were there. But with this card, I feel like if you look at the image, he's looking a bit defensive, a bit worried, he's got a bandage around his head. And I think perhaps maybe you've felt like, is this going to happen again? I've been wounded in the past. Now I'm a bit worried that actually I've exposed myself a little bit too much. I'm a bit too vulnerable. I've given a bit too much of myself. I've trusted myself and my angels a bit too much. And now, I'm not so sure. And that happens because we're all human. It happens to all of us. So you may have one final challenge to overcome here. And it may be finding your hidden truth, finding what's stopping you from fully embracing the unknown and stopping you from worrying about what's going on into the future. So perhaps try and do a little bit of work on yourselves and think about what it is, why it is that, you feel the way you do. I talk about this on my blogs, on my website, a fair bit. If you look back in the blogs, I've written about this sort of thing. Okay, and then into the second week of June, you have the Three of Swords. Don't panic, it's not a major arcana card. It's a minor arcana card, which means, it's going to give you a little bit of a moment. Ooh, what's that on it? It's going to give you a little bit of feeling of heartache, of loss, of disappointment. You might have a few tears to shed. And this has been clarified by the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. This just warns you a little bit that you might be, or someone around you might be, acting in a negative manner. So you see this person has got all the swords, he's taken the swords off these two people, he's got his own, and he's like lording it up a little bit over these other people. And that's not a good way to be. That's acting in a destructive manner, and it's going to lower your vibration. It's going to make you think the negative thoughts, say negative things, and that, with the law of attraction, is liable to bring you more of the same, more negative things in your life. Come on, raise yourself out of this. Last month was so positive. You can do it, Scorpio. You know, have you bitten off more than you can chew somehow, or is that how you're feeling? And are you wanting to win no matter what the consequences? Either way, it isn't good. There's lots of swords in these two cards, and I suggest you use them rather than in a destructive manner. You use them to cut away the cords that are tethering you down and stopping you flowing with the divine like you were before. Cut away negative energies, worries, fears, old patterns, old behaviours that no longer serve you. Come on, Scorpio, you can do it. And then the third week of June, we have the Devil. Again, it's a similar energy, isn't it, really? Because we've been talking about self-sabotaging behaviours and patterns. Things that you're possibly doing or thinking that are holding you back, keeping you small, stopping you from trusting in the universe and the divine. The divine is there wholly for your highest good, to help you move in a benevolent way. It's benevolent, it wants the best for you. It will never act in a destructive way. We do that as human beings. Our minds play tricks on us. Our thoughts sometimes are so strong we think that they are reality. Actually, a thought is just a thought. So you can change that thought. And I think you probably need to do it this month, Scorpio, as quick as you can. And it's clarified by the King of Pentacles. So this is what you have coming, I think, to you. You've got your king, and that's a masculine energy. It may be male or female gender, but it's someone in your life that it sort of emits a masculine type energy. They are very secure in themselves. They're wealthy. They're financially secure. They have earned their place in the world because they're a king. They've come all the way up in terms of to their highest selves. This king isn't looking all that happy, so perhaps they're looking at you and just wondering why you're maybe acting the way you are. You know, drop it out, Scorpio. Get rid of it. Come back to where you were last month. Things will really be fine, because, not only because you have the Black Panther here that's telling you to embrace the unknown. Do not worry. It will be okay. Let go of fears that appear as obstacles or barriers. Leap into the void with trust. Okay? Find yourself, discover yourself, and discover your healing process. However, right, coming back at the end of the month, we have the amazing Magician. So this is Major Arcana card. This is you now at the end of all of this crap, going, right, fuck it. I'm off. This is the start of me, a new cycle. You've got yourself back where you were in May, and you are ready to go with fire and virility and desire and passion and drive. And in this deck, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Magician has a particular meaning, and it's all about courtship. What an old-fashioned word, but courtship, okay. And it says, desire is the drive behind a new story. Willingness and passion guarantee success. Willingness and passion, get on with it. Find your mojo. Find your desire for this person again. It's there. They're amazing. You're amazing. There they are. Ready to go with you, Scorpio. Ready to take that leap with you because it's right. You have all the tools and the skills that you need to pull this off. And I think by the end of the month, you are back in your element, which is absolutely wonderful. So stay strong. Believe in yourself. You know you can. Don't allow yourself to drop into old destructive patterns of behaviour. We all have them and we all have to work on them. One way I work to clear them is using something called emotional freedom technique. Have a look on that online if you need to, or I talk about that on my blogs as well. And that it's one of many techniques, but it's one that really helps me to clear negative vibrations, negative thoughts, and to bring in, once you clear that energy out of your energy field, you leave a void, a vacuum, and you fill it then with love. Just love. And it's wonderful, and it's very useful for me. If it doesn't work for you, find another way. But get on with it, Scorpio. You can do it. Come on, you're strong. You're a bloody strong lot. All right. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope it resonates, and I hope it helps you. And please do subscribe, like, or share, or comment, because it really helps me to just be able to carry on doing these readings, which I love, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for watching. Until next time.